Egypt and Türkiye have restored full diplomatic ties by posting ambassadors to Ankara and Cairo. It's the most recent move in a series of developments in the Arab world that ushers in an era of diplomatic connectivity. Similarly, under the mediation of China, Saudi Arabia and Iran restored bilateral ties earlier this year. CGTN's Adel Al-Mahroui has more on these developments that are helping to promote regional stability.
The wave of popular uprisings that swept the Arab world in 2011 saw Iran support Shiite groups in Iraq, Lebanon, Yemen, and the Syrian government. Turkey and Qatar, on the other hand, backed Islamist groups in Egypt, Tunisia, Libya, and some Gulf countries. Bursting in outrage of their meddling in domestic affairs, several Arab leaders severed ties with these three countries. Lately, though, this diplomatic tension has been getting diffused.
We are witnessing the formation of a new regional diplomacy. The Russian-Ukrainian crisis made countries escape the polarization attempts between the West and Russia. This pushed Middle Eastern countries to mend ties. China wants stability in the region, which was evident in the Saudi-Iranian diplomatic agreement Beijing brokered. Now, Ankara and Damascus are starting to communicate, while Egypt and Türkiye are becoming much closer.
Last week, Cairo and Ankara finally restored their full diplomatic ties, which could lead to the first summit between the leaders of the two countries in a decade. And after China helped to re-establish ties between Saudi Arabia and Iran, the region is now working on resolving its long-standing issues.
Egypt and Turkey are the most regional parties involved in the Libyan crisis. Good ties between them could lead to an understanding among the rival Libyan factions they support. The resumption of Iranian relations with Saudi Arabia and other Arab countries should resolve the crisis in Yemen, bringing stability to Saudi's border. It could also bring wider regional stability through calming Iraq's domestic politics.
We could find a political calm in Lebanon through an agreement over a Lebanese president. Stability could finally prevail in Syria and a permanent solution could emerge. The diffusion in regional diplomatic tension could put out the flames of many cities in the Middle East.
Bilateral business ties have not been affected as much. On the contrary, Egypt and Türkiye, for example, saw record growth in trade and investments during the peak of their diplomatic tension. Regional projects like expanding oil and gas explorations in the East Mediterranean, extending pipes, connecting electricity grids, and trade projects from the Middle East to Europe could soon resume at full speed.
For more than 10 years, Middle East powers have been loggerheads. This continuous state of quarrel has fueled regional crises and extended instability to more countries, the latest of which is Sudan. Restoring diplomatic dialogue, building trust and unifying their stances are steps in the right path for regional powers to begin fixing what division among them ruined. Adel Al-Mahroui, CGTN, Cairo.